Jonesy, it's back-to-back bonus point wins. You must be really proud with the overall performance this afternoon.
I wouldn't say the overall performance. I would say that we came and we did a job and we got 5 points, which was obviously fantastic for the lads. And to get back-to-back 5 points, where I didn't think we kind of picked that up last year, was really good. But it was a bit frustrating the way that we played today, and we need to work on a few areas going into kind of next week.
Do you feel like the areas that let you down this afternoon could have proved costly had you not been as clinical as you were in the 22?
Yeah, definitely. I think we just couldn't kind of retain ball, and we couldn't kind of make any momentum, and like we knew that Goole are a great kind of defensive team, and we kind of played straight into their kind of hands with one out run-ins. We played out the back once and scored a try, and we never really did it in the second, in the rest of the first half. So it was a little bit kind of frustrating. We were just all over the place and not really kind of playing as a team in a structure. But in saying that, the second half I thought we did really well. We were under the pump for a little bit, and I thought the boys really kind of backed up and really kind of dug in deep. So yeah.
A number of fairly soft penalties as well conceded. You'd probably agree with that, especially the one before half-time where you'd have probably gone in 15-0 had you not conceded that penalty, but it's just something to work on, isn't it, for the lads?
It is. We talk about it every week. If we give the ref an opportunity to make a decision, then we're taking it out of our hands, and we did it 2 or 3 times, and we gave 2 yellow cards in the space of probably about 5 or 6 minutes again, and we're just being a little bit kind of silly in those kind of areas, and we're not really kind of, the leaders are not really standing up, and we're not kind of like thinking that we'll just kind of shut it or we'll close it for kind of 10 minutes until that person comes on. We'll go kind of 3 or 4 kind of minutes later and we'll make another decision that's going to cost a yellow card. So it's a little bit frustrating at times, but yeah, it is what it is. And Goole were really well. They were really structured today. They played it really tight, and then they kind of took us down that blind side a few times as well. So they're a good team, and they'll go kind of good places in the next kind of few weeks and months. But yeah, we were just a little bit below par today.
Especially after the first half, they had you on the ropes in the first 15 minutes of that second half, and it could have quite quickly unravelled for your side, couldn't it?
Yeah, massively. We got back to, I think, 1 point, between, it was 15-14 or something like that. So pretty much we were neck and neck playing the second half, and they had the win. So we needed to make sure that we kind of needed to kind of buck our ideas up, and we did that way. We just kind of tucked the ball, and we needed to make sure that we took contact rather than them kind of winning most of the kind of contact areas. And by doing that, we kind of held phases, and we picked up a couple of tries, which was really good.
But the main aim was the bonus point. You welcome Rochdale next weekend, which is a whole different test. I imagine your message in the dressing room there was, lads, if you play like you did today, you're gonna be on the end of a fairly big hiding from Rochdale. Yeah, we can't keep having these halves of rugby, and it keeps happening kind of week in, week out. That we're just shut down for a half, and then we're a completely different team for a second half. And we need to make sure that something's happening in and amongst maybe our warm-up or our prep or something at the moment, because it's not really good enough, and we can't play these kind of top 4 teams coming up in the next few weeks if we're only playing a half of rugby.